New details tonight in the escape of Arkansas inmate and former police chief Grant Hardin. We're now hearing how he pulled it off in his own words. In a report from the Arkansas Department of Corrections, Hardin shared step-by-step details on how he not only planned his escape, but also how he stayed away from the prison in Calico Rock. THV 11's Maya Ellison is in studio to break down the latest information.
Well, we have to go back to Sunday, May 25th, when Hardin, a convicted murderer, escaped from the North Central Unit in Calico Rock. The picture you see behind me is the one that circulated nationwide. Hardin dressed in a fake officer's uniform. And today, a newly released 9-page report not only reveals how he pulled it off, but also exposes the internal errors that made it possible.
Sure enough, they went in and dogs were able to pick up the scent, and he was apprehended, a short time later.
That's Arkansas Department of Corrections Communications Director Rand Champion, describing how escaped prisoner Grant Hardin was captured after nearly 2 weeks on the run. The convicted murderer and rapist walked out of the North Central Unit in Calico Rock unnoticed, an escape he says he planned for 6 months. According to an internal report, Hardin says he took advantage of, quote, lax security while working in the prison kitchen. Officials say staff allowed him out on the back dock unsupervised. At 2:53 p.m., surveillance shows Hardin emerging from a camera blind spot, wearing black dyed clothing, a hat, and pushing a cart. Hardin said he then walked to the Sally Port gate, told the officer to open it, and they did. The report says he then pretended to place something in a vehicle, walked behind a building, crossed the road, and by then he was gone. At 3:08 p.m., kitchen supervisor Justin Duvall noticed Hardin was missing, and by 3:16 p.m., prison officials had been notified. So how did this happen? A critical incident review committee points to a number of, quote, classification issues and notable errors. Hardin's classification level hadn't been reviewed since October of 2019. The review also raised additional concerns, such as who was overseeing the command center at the start of the incident, a documented history of inmates, including Hardin, left unsupervised on the dock, and delays in notifying outside law enforcement agencies of Hardin's disappearance. Hardin told investigators that the altered clothes he used to escape were dyed black, using Sharpies he found in the kitchen and laundry. Officials say the police vest he wore was made from black aprons used in the kitchen, and the silver police badge was crafted from the lid of a kitchen food can. He hid the disguise and other supplies in a trash can near the chemical room, an area Hardin told investigators no one ever checked. That room has since been reinforced to, quote, prevent tampering. While in the woods, Hardin says he survived on berries, bird eggs, ants, and creek water. He was found about 1.5 miles away from the unit by Arkansas law enforcement officers and the U.S. Border Patrol, just nearly 2 weeks after his escape. Yeah, an additional corrective action was also listed in the report, including the removal of all black aprons from the unit. Electric locks have been removed from the walk-through gates where Hardin escaped. Security protocols have also been reinforced, and over a dozen staff members have since been, quote, disciplined.